So what if I told you that you had to master 3 realms to manifest anything that you want? And the thing is that a lot of people started and they stop at the first realm, and that is exactly why no matter how much they try, the manifestation does not come true. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly the 3 realms that you need to master to manifest anything that you want. And trust me, you guys, if you do it the way that I'm telling you, nothing and no one can stop you. Now, the first realm that you need to master to get anything that you want in your life is the realm of action, the realm of the physical reality. So whatever it is that you want, say for example, you want a job, you want anything, the first thing that you have to do is you need to make a plan, you need to craft out your strategy, and you need to start moving towards it via taking action. But this is the thing a lot of people get wrong. A lot of people think that just by taking action, if it is a dream job that you want, the only thing that you have to do is obviously look at websites that has your dream job, apply, and then give your interviews and you will get it. That's what a lot of people think, and somehow we wonder that so many of us we keep applying to these jobs, we keep applying to these universities, we keep working at our business, but nothing really works. And these other people, they get everything that they want. Why? Because you're only working from the third dimensional reality, you're only working from the physical reality. Yes, action is important, but it is not the only realm that you need to master. So first of all, before I get into the other realms, let's understand exactly how to take action to actually get what you want. Because yes, it is not the only thing, but it is definitely one of the most important things. Okay, so what is action? So action is basically a repetition of behavior which is taken in response to the person you want to become. So it is not hustle, it is not putting endless mindless effort, it is not, oh my god, I just need to do. No, it is not a survival based thing. It is basically you deciding that this is who I want to be, and then from that aligning to the frequency of the person you want to become and taking action in that direction. So say for example, if it's a job that I want, then okay, this is the job that I want, this is the frequency I need to have, and then taking calm, controlled effort towards that thing, not from a frantic place, not from a controlling place, but from a place that this is what I'm passionate about and this is what I want to do. And this is exactly how I started my YouTube channel. I had an inkling that I need to do this, I need to present myself, and that's when I was like, this is the goal that I want, this is how many subscribers I want. I'm going to be very honest, I had a big goal and I'm going to be taking action in accordance to this goal. Now this is why people only rely on action. When you're always only relying on action, it gives you a sense of control. You feel like if I keep posting 100 videos a day, then maybe that's when my videos will go viral. Or if I keep just overworking myself, if I keep exerting myself, it helps me to avoid uncertainty, it helps me to avoid the fear of failure, and it bypasses any emotional work that I have to do. That is why a lot of people just set goals and they keep hustling and hustling and hustling. They follow the standard templates that they have, do the job and go to the uni, get the job and everything, because all of this basically avoids them thinking about what they actually want. And because when they think about what they actually want, it comes with stress, it comes with the fear of failure, and that is very difficult, right? So that's why a lot of people stay in the tested and the proven path that is given to them, which may not lead to the best results, but it at least leads to a certain predictable result. Okay, so for you to truly take action, you need to differentiate between what is survival based action and what is aligned action. Survival based action is just taking action to hustle and control so that you don't feel uncertainty, but aligned action is you believing that this is the goal that you have, this is how you want to present, and feeling passion and feeling something in you while you're going after that thing. And a lot of people think that passion is not important, excitement is not important, just be dull and keep taking action. I personally don't believe that. I think when you align your energy with what you want, that is when that thing actually comes to you even faster. So that is why the second realm, which is so important, which I think I've been mastering for these last 2 years, I'm not gonna lie, is the spiritual realm. And that is to also master your spiritual lessons. Now I want to tell you a beautiful thing about destiny, and every single thing that you're pursuing right now, every single inkling that you have, I have an inkling to start, to grow on YouTube, you might have any other inkling. All these inklings are not random, these are not like these random things that you saw on the internet. If it's genuinely true to your soul, any business, anything, it is there because you were meant to get that, and your soul basically chose that before you came here, and you're actually meant to experience this particular reality. And the thing is that we cannot reach these realities without mastering ourselves first, and that is why usually the goal is what sets us into motion, but then the path is where the lessons that we had to learn anyways actually come into place. Okay, and only when you can learn these lessons, spiritual lessons, can you actually progress to your next level. So the thing is that, say for example, if I'm someone who wants to start a YouTube channel and I have problems like I want to control everything all the time, I don't do very well with unpredictability sometimes, or sometimes when I see my views or my self-worth is dependent on the views, the only time I can actually, manifest what I want is when I can actually complete or learn these lessons. Because imagine if I did get everything I wanted and then I had these problems of controlling or not being okay with uncertainty or giving my self-worth, my self-validation to what people thought about me, then that gift that I'm supposed to earn from my efforts will actually get destroyed, because I never really built the vessel to actually hold those gifts, because my internal vessel is not built. I'm still controlling, my self-worth is still dependent, and I would actually hate that career. And that's why so many people sometimes, you've all heard these people who get like everything that they want and it destroys them because they never really built the vessel, right? But again, their spiritual lessons had to come after they got everything that they want. So everything is pre-designed. So for you to truly master and get what you want, you need to think about the lessons you're learning in between your manifestation. So say for example, if it's a job that you want and you're not getting the job and it's worrying you, are you looking at reality to tell you what you deserve? Are you looking at the rejections? Are you looking at people not liking you, or people not really giving you the offer, and basing your self-worth on that? Are you believing what reality is showing you, or do you have enough self-worth and enough self-certainty within yourself at that time to say that, this is not meant for me, something better is going to come along, and my self-worth comes from within myself? When you can see your reality as not this thing that is happening to you, but that is happening for you to teach you and to grow you and to evolve you, you can actually start taking reality as feedback and start incorporating these lessons. And that's when things start to progress, because when there is this difference between what you're asking for and who you are, and the universe wants to give you all these things, but who you are is not what you need to be. The universe will produce friction. The universe will produce these lessons that you need to learn. And the faster you can learn these lessons, the faster you can be like, okay, this is testing my self-worth, so I need to build more self-worth over here. This requires me to be more disciplined. I need to be more consistent no matter what happens, no matter what reality is showing me right now. I need to keep going. And that's a lesson. Maybe I care too much about what people think about me, and that's why I never start anything, or I don't act like a clown on my thumbnails. And that's something I need to do so that I can actually overcome the fear of public embarrassment and really show myself. So look at all these things that are going wrong in your reality. Instead of being like, oh my god, my life is bad and nothing is working out for me, or I'm always failing, see it as feedback and start incorporating. Now a lot of people, say for example, you want to be in love, and every single time you meet someone, and maybe say for example your pattern is that you get the sparks initially and then it just disappears, and every single time you're asking yourself, why is it that I always attract losers? It's not that you're attracting losers. These losers that you're calling them losers, they're actually helping you to see why you're even entertaining any losers. So instead of externalizing the blame and being like all men are shit or all women are shit or anything, be like, what am I doing wrong? What's in my frequency that is attracting such a person? Where am I compromising myself that I'm still entertaining this type of an individual? What pattern has followed from all these past people? What is the pattern? Are they charming and all these things, and then they take off? Is that the pattern? Am I falling for someone like that? Do I believe that I'm not stable enough to have a stable person? Really start asking yourself, right? And start making a list and start really incorporating these lessons and learning these lessons. And this is exactly why, you guys, hard work alone will not get you anywhere. Because when you're like, oh my god, I just need to work, what you'll do is you'll be like, okay, all these men are shit, but you know what, I have my dating app, so let me just swipe, go on 100 more dates, and then one of them will stick. It will not stick, trust me. You can go on a world tour and you can meet as many people as you want. If internally you are not on the frequency to attract your soulmate, it is not gonna happen, right? So no matter how much effort you take, it is not gonna happen, and you cannot run away from this. So instead of trying to run away from yourself, run away from your patterns, start learning to break that pattern and start learning integration of the new lesson. Now you must be wondering, how do I actually integrate these lessons? The first way to integrate this lesson is to choose differently when this trigger is presented. So if usually you like someone who bases your self-worth on other things outside of yourself or on the job letters that you're getting, when you get rejected next time, instead of feeling bad about it, instead of feeling like you're doomed, stop, wait for a second and be like, you know what, something better is coming. And my self-worth comes from within myself, and I love myself enough to get anything that I want. And that is when you are choosing a different reality. Second, respond with more self-trust in yourself and more trust in the universe. Trust that if you want something, you're gonna get it. It all comes down to who you think you are, how you feel about yourself, and what you think you can and cannot achieve. honestly, that's what spiritual lessons are, and what you deserve, what you believe you deserve. You don't get what you want, you get what you believe you deserve. So it all comes down to this inner work, and that is why before your biggest manifestations are about to come, you will see the worst breakdowns happen to you. You know, your ego will be challenged, or you will suddenly lose all your friends, or you'll start to remove people from your life. You'll start to see who you really are. There'll be a lot of purification, a lot of calcination that will happen. And actually, if you guys really want to dive deep into it, there's this beautiful book which is the Hermetic Laws. I don't know, I can't remember the exact name, but I will put it here. And this book is amazing. I highly urge you to read it if you really want to see how this 6-stage calcination and cleansification process happens in our body to actually get us to where we are meant to be. Now, once you've done that, you're actually very prepped. You know, you're taking your actions, you're learning your lessons, you're setting the momentum in motion. Now, the only thing that you have to do with this is to also actually start trusting the unknown. And so many times manifestation is right on a corner, and suddenly, you know, it just doesn't happen, or it just falls through. And I'll give you an example. So back when I was in college, I really wanted this one job. I had so this was it was a digital marketing agency, and I was really interested in marketing. And since I think since my 3rd year, I knew that I was in marketing, and I knew that I want to be working in marketing, and this is a job that I want, because this agency was working with the coolest brands, and I was following them. I was seeing all their stuff, and I was like, if I work here, I'm going to get so much experience, I'm going to meet so many amazing people, and this is my dream job. This is what I want. So when the company did come for our placements, I did apply, and I did get into the resume round, and then they gave us a project. And I swear to God, I knew everyone who got the thing, and you know, we were all obviously discussing, let's do what are you gonna do, what are we gonna do. And I knew that I had put in so much effort in my presentation. I made my presentation like 50 pages long. I sent it in the group, not in the group where other applicants, but they were basically to my friends, and they were like, you know, it's amazing, you're gonna get it, like you've done so well. And I was like, thank you so much guys, I'm so excited. And then I did everything. I submitted my application, and somehow it just didn't happen. I didn't get it. Basically, I didn't get an interview, and I was so devastated. I was like, I worked so hard, this is the agency I wanted, I've been manifesting this, so why is it not working out for me? And I was really sad, because this is the thing that I'd imagined, what I wanted, and what I thought was the best thing for me. The only thing that was not very good with that company was that the pay was very low. If you know, agencies do not pay at all. They pay very less, and they make you work a lot. So these are the two things that I did not know. I knew the pay thing, I did not know the work pressure thing that they were gonna have, because other friends that did get in, then that's when I got to know. So basically, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna deter myself off my path. I'm not gonna spoil my frequency. If this did not work out for me, something better has to come, or something amazing has to come, because like the universe doesn't fail me. That's what I believe, it doesn't fail me. So I was like, okay, it's fine, whatever. And then, you know, a few days later, actually on that day when I was really sad, I was also seeing 222 and 333 and all these angel numbers, and I was like, you know what, I'll take it as a sign. I need something to sort of make me feel better. So even if I'm seeing all these numbers, let me just take that as a sign, so that I can, you know, feel better within myself. So I was like, it's gonna work out, something is gonna happen. And then I remember, I think like a week later or 2 weeks later, this other company came, and obviously we were all applying to all types of companies so that we get a job. And no one had heard of this company. This company had never come on campus before. It was an international company, a German-based company, a German-based startup, which was doing really well, and they were paying really well. So I was like, you know, might as well apply. I saw the job description. I was like, I don't really like it, but like, you know, let me just apply. And then suddenly my resume did get selected for that, and I did get like an interview. And the first time I spoke to the HR, I loved the HR. She was so like amazing. I really vibed with her energy. I really vibed with who she was, like, and she was so cute and she was so nice. I was like, you know what, I like the company culture. And then I had a technical round, and then I had a round with the founder, and everyone loved me, and I loved every single person. And all of a sudden, you know, within a week I got that job, and I got the offer letter. And the offer, the salary that was written on the offer letter, not the exact salary, they said that you have to work for 6 months, and after 6 months your salary will be increased to this amount. And that amount was exactly the amount I had on my vision board. So I was like, oh my god, okay. And then I was like, okay, let's do this job. And then I did that job, and that job turned out to be the most amazing life-changing experience for me, because I was being pushed every single day. I was being pushed to talk to all these people abroad. I was being pushed to organize these events online, and I was really managing a big team of very senior people who I was so intimidated by, honestly, because these people were so senior. They were all 40 plus. I was working very closely to the founder, and he himself was 40. He never gave me any context. He really did like me as a person, and I could sense that, but he also wanted me to figure out everything. So I actually, the way I transformed in that job, my communication skills became better, my organization skills became better, my presentation skills became better, and all these skills that I learned, I can still use till this day. And that thing that did not work out turned out to be the best thing for me. And then obviously I heard stories from people who did work at the agency, and it was actually horrible. They weren't paying, and also they were really overworking the people, so it wasn't as fun as I thought it was. And somehow, like, it worked out for me, and I was really, really, really grateful. So sometimes I think we will be in situations where we put in the void, right? When we're working towards something, we're taking our actions, and we basically are in the void where nothing is working out. There is no sign in our reality that whatever we're working towards is actually going to happen. Everyone's telling you that it's not going to happen, give up, like, what are you doing? Like YouTube, no one believes that it's going to happen, right? But at that time, are you going to believe what other people are telling you? Are you going to believe in yourself? And that is a test. Are you going to still trust that there is a timeline in which you have everything that you want? And are you going to trust in yourself more than you trust in all these other people? And this is exactly where a lot of people give up, because when there's nothing happening, your ego is challenged, you are being challenged, your sense of self is being challenged, and a lot of people just give up. They're like, the biggest form of self-sabotage happens at this stage, because people change their directions too quickly. They're like, this is not working out, let me try some other thing. They dilute their message. They think that they need to adapt to a certain way of speaking, a certain way of being to be accepted. They need to mold themselves, and they need to mold their personality to be accepted. But all of this is a test. Are you gonna sell your soul? Are you gonna sell yourself? Are you gonna change yourself just so you can get the result? Or are you still gonna have enough authenticity and enough belief and enough self-trust in yourself to know that, yes, I'm just in the void, and everything after this is exactly what I want? And to give you an example, right now, my YouTube views have been the lowest it has been in the last 3 years. I haven't grown at all in the last 6 to 7 months. I have grown a lot personally, I think spiritual lesson wise, I think I've grown 10 years by 10 years, but in terms of my actual growth, it is stagnant. And when I look at my YouTube, it's 20 views. I have never gotten 20 views after one day of posting, and it is challenging my self-worth. But right now I feel like I've built enough of a home within myself where I can see it and I can be like, this does not define me, this is not my reality. I know what I want, I know the version of myself I see, and this is just a test, this is just an illusion, and I'm not really feeling into it. So no matter what my reality shows, I'm going to be showing up on YouTube, posting 2 videos a week, no matter if I get 10 views, I get 20 views, because I know my message is enough and my message is strong enough to help people and to be heard. And that's what I believe in, and that's what I feel like now I'm even more inclined to be authentic, even more inclined to be who I am, so that if it's not going to work out, I might as well be myself and have it work out eventually, right? So that's the state I've reached. So no matter how bad it gets, no matter how much you feel like it's not going to happen, it is all an illusion, it is all a test. Okay, do not give up, do not believe anything that you're seeing. Just see your vision, just see the timeline you've selected and have tunnel vision about that, because yes, it might take years sometimes, but it will happen. But as long as you do not give up, it has no choice but to happen. Reality has no choice but to collapse, right? And I also highly urge you to read the book Reality Transurfing if you want to understand this concept. I'll put it right here. It really talks about the metaphysical terms and the quantum terms in which you can manifest, so it will really help you. And yeah, I think this will really help you. And by the way, last week, or the last video I made, was exactly about quantum physics and the 3 steps you need to take to actually get anything you want. And these are the 3 steps I've always taken to manifest, so I will highly urge you to watch that video as well. It is this one, and it's amazing. It's going to be really helpful. I've broken down the concepts in a very deep manner. It's really going to help you. And yeah, I think this is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.